Alright guys, welcome back to Code Man Blue Gaming here on YouTube. As you can see, we are jumping back into our Jets series with owner Hugh Jassol, and it looks like we have decided to go ahead and hire Mike Zimmer as the new coach of the New York Jets. We didn't get any feedback in the comments, so I kind of just went with who I thought would be a good fit and made sense. Obviously, that is going to change our defense. We are now going to be running a 4-3 instead of a 3-4. But I think we still got players that can fit into that system, or we can go out and sign them. And as you can see, it is time to re-sign some players. Avery Williamson, I think we're going to basically just let everybody go into free agency. And then in free agency, we are going to decide who we want to bring back. I do just want to take a quick look through just to see if there is anybody that I really want back. With the defense change, it's going to change up everything. We're definitely going to need a kicker. That's for sure. So at this point, I don't see anybody that I really want to sign there. So we are just going to go ahead and skip ahead to the next period and see who is in free agency. So before we do take a look at free agents here, I did just want to take a look at the team that we have. Definitely needs upgrading. The entire offensive line could use an upgrade, to be fair. The only guy that really looks like he should be built around is Mekhi Becton, which isn't surprising as he was a first-round pick. Defensively, we have a lot of holes. Corner, safety. The only piece that looks build-aroundable right now is Quinnen Williams. And with us being in a 4-3, he definitely seems more like a fit at defensive tackle. So we're definitely going to push him over to that position. He goes from an 80 to an 82. So that's even better. But we have a lot of work to do. Hopefully we have a lot of money to do it with. Let's see what happens at free agency here. Rob Gronkowski's available. Would be an upgrade. Don't think we're going there. Quarterback, right now we're going to stick with Darnold. We do have, I believe, the #1 pick in the draft, so we can take a look at Trevor Lawrence. That's an option. Maybe shop Darnold, see what we can get for him. Running back is interesting because we are going to trade away Le'Veon Bell. So running back is a position where we do need an upgrade. Fournette is an interesting option. It looks like the Ravens are bidding a high amount for him, but it's definitely interesting. Could maybe sneak away James White from the New England Patriots as a pass-catching guy. Might be an interesting option. Cohen's an even better option there, and he's getting less money. I don't think there was any offers on James White, so I'll consider it. Wide receiver, it's not a great class of free agents. John Ross is interesting, might be a good fit. Definitely a speedster, would fit a need because we have no deep threats. But I think we're really going to be piecing it together this year. Not expecting great things going into the second year, especially with a new coach. Gerald Everett, that might be somebody we look into because we do need a tight end. Let's look at our other needs. We do have both defensive linemen that need to be replaced, basically. Everson Griffin is a scheme fit, and he's also played for Mike Zimmer in Minnesota, so he might be a good fit for us. This is the interesting one. We've got multiple scheme fits, so we'll be able to pick who we really want here. Looks like the Colts are going heavy on Tech McKinley, so we might look at Carl Lawson, but I do like McKinley. Linebacker, I think anything at linebacker is an upgrade right now, so we'll definitely have to look. Could potentially steal away Dunta Hightower, but we do still have CJ Mosley, so choice. With a 4-3, we only need one. I think we're going to go CJ Mosley. Really no fits at right outside linebacker, which is kind of sad. Unless we go with Jalen Reeves-Maben. Could be a choice. I think we'll look around, see what we can find there. Corner, let's see. Mike Hilton, 27. William Jackson is an interesting one. He's only 28. He only wants a one-year deal, so we might be able to make that happen. Jordan Lewis, coming out of Dallas, 26, so he's younger, wants a 3-year deal. The Bengals are basically giving him what he wants. Levi Wallace might be an option. Garyon Conley, only 26, looking for a 2-year deal in the $10 million range. So we might be able to pick him up. So we definitely have some options. Ooh, Marcus Williams. Might be a good fit. Marcus May is 28, wants a 4-year deal. Not getting a great deal. We may be able to steal him away here, if that's who we decide we want. Ooh, Will Lutz. I don't think I've ever seen Will Lutz be available. He's only 27. Great all around. I think we're going to pick up Will Lutz as a kicker. That's my offer. And then we'll come back once we do go into the next part of free agency, see who we signed, see what you guys think, and also look into a couple trades. Right, so here we go, looking at trades for Le'Veon Bell. Unfortunately, the team he actually wound up with does not have the available cap space. Let's see. The Eagles definitely don't have the available cap space. I'm gonna see if we can get a first-round pick for him. I'm thinking it's probably only gonna be like a second round at best, but we're gonna try. Ooh, Patriots were close. Granted, I could see that as a fit in real life, but I just don't think they'd do it. Here we go. We might be able to get a late first rounder here from the Ravens. And they accepted. So Le'Veon Bell is now a member of the Baltimore Ravens. And we will be rebuilding at running back. I did try to trade Darnold. I think in this game he should be worth a first round pick because he's still a young quarterback. I think we're going to try to build around Sam Darnold. Trevor Lawrence is going to be on the board when we pick at number 1, but I don't see how I can give up on Darnold when he really wasn't given a chance to do anything. You know, this team never brought anybody in around him. Their offensive line was horrendous. So I think we're going to stick with Darnold and try to resurrect his career with a new coach. All right, here we go. Let's take a look at who we did wind up signing. We did bring in Will Jackson on a 1-year, $5 million deal. We brought in right guard Laurent Duvernay-Tardif. I think he was also on a 1-year deal. We wound up signing Leonard Fournette, who I think is going to be amazing. Was one of the highest regarded prospects a few years ago when he came out, drafted very early. I think it was like pick 3 or within that top 5 range by the Jaguars. Fell out of favor there with the coaching staff, but we're going to try to rebuild his career here in New York. And he is only 26. We also wound up signing John Ross, a wide receiver, another early first-round pick. Didn't really do that well with the Bengals. We'll see if we can bring him in and use him for what he needs to be, and that's our deep threat. We also brought in Garyon Conley, another first-round pick. I believe it was of the Raiders a few years ago. Didn't really pan out there, but we'll see what he can do here. At kicker, we brought in Will Lutz. You guys saw he was the only signing that you guys did get to see that we went in for. We needed a kicker. He was probably the best one on the board with a young age, and he's going to be here for a long time. The rest are just some backups that we wound up signing. Other than Malik Jefferson, I think he's going to wind up starting for us at left outside linebacker. And we did bring in James White. So he's going to be our third down back, and that's going to help divvy up those carries between him and Leonard Fournette. So I'm definitely excited. We upgraded a lot of positions that needed to be upgraded. I think overall this is going to be a much improved team going into year 2. We did wind up hiring a scout as well. All right, so looking at our draft board, I definitely think Gregory Rousseau is going to be our pick at number 1 overall. He fills a need that we have, and he's the best at his position and is nearly a scheme fit. I think if we move him to right defensive end, he will be a scheme fit. Some other options that we do have, Jamar Chase, really fast, wide receiver. We upgraded a little bit, but we could still use an upgrade there. We do have Patrick Surtain II. Is a good option, but I think with the main need, we're going to pick up Gregory Rousseau, or maybe look to trade down a spot or two if we can. We wound up picking up a late first-round pick, so hopefully maybe somebody like a Jalen Waddle falls down, or if somehow Creed Humphrey winds up falling to us at pick 30, I would be the happiest person in the world, because they'd be great fits. Otherwise we're kind of just going to let it shake out, see what happens, and I'll bring you guys back after we go through the draft. Here we go with the draft, picking at pick number 1. I told you guys who we were taking. Should not be a surprise. Yes, Trevor Lawrence is there. Generational talent in real life. And it was a hard choice to decide to go between the two. But we need a right end. Rousseau is going to be a scheme fit. He's fast. He's top at his position. We're taking Gregory Rousseau, number 1. He is number 6 overall in true talent in this draft class. But I think he's going to become the best player out of this draft.
The Dolphins are now on the clock.
The Broncos skip on the quarterback,
The Giants are
as
now
do
on
the
clock.
Dolphins. The Giants wind up taking Trevor Lawrence at number 4. Probably heartbreaking for the Vikings. But let's go ahead to our next pick. It looks like we have pick 17. Let's see who's available. This changes a lot. So Creed Humphrey still here at 17. So is Jalen Waddle. And honestly, we need a lot of pieces. This team is very broken. Um, Tight end is an option here, but we did sign Gerald Everett, so it's not as big of a need as we think. I think we take Jalen Waddle out of
The
Alabama.
Patriots are now on the clock.
Just seems like a good fit. Says we reached, he's only the 32nd overall talent in the draft, and we got him at 17, so we might have been able to get him a little later on, but I think he fits what we're going to do here. Okay, so we wound up with 2 more first-round picks than I thought we had. So I'm going to try to make this deal here with the Chargers. We're going to bring in a free safety, Nasir Adderley, who I think is going to be a good fit, as well as defensive tackle Jerry Tillery, who is also going to be a good fit. Let's see if we can get this one done.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've got a trade.
We got it done. They're both New York Jets now, and I think they fit the team a little better than what we would have gotten at those 2 picks anyways. You know, we're slowly filling the holes here to improve this New York Jets team. All right, taking a look at the draft recap here. As you can see, we did take Gregory Rousseau, number 1 overall. He's going to be a 77 overall to start. 86 speed, that's great. I think he's going to fit well on that right end position. We also took Jalen Waddle. I believe he's going to be our number 3 wide receiver, deep threat. You know, we're going to look to get him involved as much as we can. We picked up a backup tight end, Brevin Jordan. I know here it lists his college is not available. I want to say he's from Miami. I'll look to fix that if that is the case. We also took Tyreek Johnson, a cornerback, as it listed as Ohio State. He was just there when we picked in the 3rd round. I didn't really scout him. His measurables from the combine looked great, so I picked him, as well as we picked up the linebacker from Notre Dame. He's going to be a scheme fit as a pass coverage linebacker, so that's why we took him. We took another wide receiver in the 4th round, Terrace Marshall Jr. from LSU, just because we do need help there. Pete Werner, we're going to move him over to right outside linebacker. He was just there when we needed him. But I think the feel-good story of the draft, in the 7th round, I picked a project quarterback in Mackenzie Milton. And I definitely do plan to keep him as the backup for the future. I think we all know Mackenzie Milton was the quarterback there at UCF, had a horrific injury, and I just felt like it would be fun to take that kind of project and put it into what we're doing here with the New York Jets. So at this point, I'm going to end the video. We are going to, in the next video, we can either go to week 1 of the regular season, or if you guys would like to see some preseason, maybe see some of Mackenzie Milton, let me know in the comments below. You know, please, guys, please like and share the video. You know, I appreciate all the support you guys give, and I love giving these guys videos to you guys, and just, you know, getting more eyes on the product from you guys liking and sharing is a great thing, and I truly appreciate you guys here. So from CodeManBlue93 with CodeManBlue Gaming, thanks for watching.